Hello again everyone, welcome back to some more Landric Plays The Darkest Dungeon. I am Landric and this is The Darkest Dungeon. So, last episode we were mostly killing time while we waited for some of our heroes to recover. Annoyingly, Stukely has gone missing, so we're going to have to postpone our boss fight. We sent these guys into the cove with our brand new antiquarian, who brought us back lots and lots of gold and lots of stress, so we'll deal with that in a minute. But also there's been a medical breakthrough in the hamlet. The time and gold were not spent in vain, however, as today caregivers announced they have succeeded in concocting an effective antidote. So the medical ward is free for this week, which is quite valuable to us. So yeah, Stukely has left in search of a holy vision. You've been cured from that, you've been cured from that. I think you had... one of you had 2 diseases, I think. So we might put you straight back in the... oh wow, look at that. The tiny little... are they... they're not quite biohazard symbols, but I think that's what they're meant to be. Okay. So given that it's free, that's something we want to get rid of. That's actually not terrible for you. Hysterical blindness would be very bad. Okay, so we've got 3 people with diseases. So, and 2 slots in the medical ward, I think, right? Yes. There's no way we can increase it to... huh? Number of treatment ward slots to 2. Oh, that's that. Okay, so yeah, we'd have to go up not just 1 level, but a couple of levels, so that's not going to happen. So which one do we think is livable? Well, I think this is livable because you're mostly going to be healing people rather than attacking. I mean, you will attack sometimes, but I think that's manageable. So we'll put you in here. It's free, lovely, and we'll put you in here as well. Why do you need the knife? Oh, Ballad. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay. So given that we're still hanging around waiting for Stukely to come back from her vision, I think we put Roz back in some sort of stress relief. Because it's not super high, but if we're sending her out with the abomination, there's the potential for it to rise very, very quickly. So we'll pop you in the bar. We'll give you 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold seems a lot of gold to spend in a bar. But we have, yeah, we've got nearly 80,000 gold kicking around. What we really need is just more heirlooms so we can actually spend all of that gold in the guild and in the blacksmiths. Yep, still not nearly enough. Close though. But I think this is the one we want to focus on, right? Yeah, because if we get this, then we can start upgrading the stagecoach as well. Take a look at everyone's stress for now. Oh, that's right, we should probably do something with you. You're mostly okay though. So where should we put you? Put you in the transept, I think. So where do we go now is the question. Let's have a look at what is available to us. Ah, we've unlocked this boss as well now. So obviously I'm sort of reserving Stukely and Co. for this boss. Or for one of these bosses. But I think they'll probably level up once they're in there. So we really need to find a way of... we need a fresh batch of recruits. And we can't upgrade our stagecoach yet. So the only way to get a fresh batch of recruits is to make some space. This is one way of making space. What on earth is this? The Ancestor's Lantern. Wow, that looks very cool. But I don't think we're going to put people through that. They're only level 4, they're not level 5, they're not really up to it. But we could put them through... let's see. Dismas, Raynal. I don't want to throw them away callously because these two were the original 2 party members we started with, so I want to be a little bit kinder to them. It's a shame that there isn't a short veteran mission. Maybe you don't get short veteran missions, maybe you only get medium and long veteran missions, and maybe you only get long champion missions? I don't actually know. I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. So we'll put Yolland at the back over here. And we'll put Buzznoy over here. And we'll send you through a... Ooh, look at that. Quick draw charm. That could be very useful. I thought that would be a highwayman only one, but it looks not. And this is a Purify the Altars mission, so unlike the... so it's a bit like the collection missions, except we actually start with 3 things, and we have to put them down in 3 different places throughout the dungeon. Who else do we want to bring if... Oh, that's right, we should probably bring a healer, shouldn't we? So, I guess we stick with the usual suspects. There we go. Send you to the Warrants? Or the Weald? Decisions. I think we want some more paintings, right, if we want to be able to upgrade the guild, so I think we go for this one. We also get the event Fresh Air in the Tunnels, and this one is a Knock Down the Shrines mission as well. I think this could be quite tricky though. Did we upgrade? Let's nip back to the blacksmith, and the guild for that matter. We'll sort by activity, and your stuff's fully upgraded, or at least the stuff I care about is fully upgraded. So is yours. Yours is not. I think we swap this out for battlefield medicine. Make sure we swap it around here. So the buff is nice, but the curing the blight and bleed can be really invaluable. We'll drag you over here. Oops. Yep, your stuff's all upgraded as well. Okay, let's check your weapons. Can we? Yep, we can upgrade your weapons as well, which means you're much more likely to survive this. Grab you some more stuff as well. There we go, we're spending our gold. We're investing quite heavily in you guys. Make me proud. Oh, that's the other thing we need to check. We need to check your camp skills, because I know you don't have all of them. We could get the remove disease one, but that's self only, so it's very, very situational. I mean, it's very nice if we can, because it saves us a week of putting you in the medical in the sanatorium. Remove blight and bleeding seems less important when you're on when you're in a camp already, and this does the same thing. It removes a bit of stress as well, though, actually. So it's essentially a combination of both of these ones, and a little buff as well. So yeah, let's go for that. You have all 4 of your skills. You have all 4 of yours. We could look at swapping them around, but I'm pretty sure when I unlock this, they're the ones I was happiest with. Okay, let's get going. So we are pushing into the Warrens. We're going to go destroy some shrines with these pickaxes. I don't know why we need 1 pickaxe per shrine. Maybe they become horribly, horribly corrupted when we smash it. That's sort of what I can see happening. Let's go with just the 2 shovels. Might be a little light, but I think it'll be okay. I'll go with a slightly odd number of torches. So we're going to come very, very well stocked to start off with. I'm even going to take that food and 2 laudanum just in case, because it's a veteran mission, so we are going to start people who can apply horror to our party. The tunnels are often blocked by piled stones and bodies. It's dirty work to remove by hand. Is that a subtle or a not so subtle hint that maybe I should have bought more shovels? I think 2 will probably be enough, but we'll see. Okay. So a bit of a, again, quite a long dungeon, despite it's medium, so that's not the way you want to start off.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Oh no. So you're gonna... Oh dear. So you're gonna put your hands through all of this horrible, horrible, like, festering, rotting flesh in the hopes that there's a bottle of alcohol in the bottom of it. Jesus, Reynolds, you're supposed to be better than this. And now you've got the Black Plague. Crikey. It's almost worth camping straight away so we can get our doctor to do something about that. That's ridiculous. Well, there's their first quest item, which is nice. So we can smash that. Okay. Ups and downs then. So horrible diseases, but at least we got one of those shrines right away. So you're stealth as well. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, but it'll wear off in 2 rounds. Do you bleed? You do. Good. Ah, you've got incision as well, that's right. So we could just put bleed on this guy, but I think we're gonna get our doctor to do what our doctor usually does, which is just throw plague grenades at the back. They are more resistant to blight, but it hopefully will stack up eventually. We're gonna use dazzling light on you to try and get the stun. So we do get the stun as well, that's good. You can only attack him, so attack him. And we'll that's right. So now it's their whole turn basically. 10 stress right off the bat. You're probably gonna... Oh no, that's right, you're stunned. Hook where it hurts. Ouch. So you're gonna move backwards and attack. And do quite a lot of damage as well. Quite a lot more damage as well. Resisted the bleed at least, but yeah, we're already on below half health. Maybe we don't bother with the plague grenade. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bought the doctor.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Well, it's not the end of the world. Drums of debilitation, so that's going to be a debuff. And a mark. So we resisted the debuff, but we still got the mark. So you'll draw more attacks, and they'll do more damage to you. So let's drop a heal on you very quickly. That's right, we've got the severed head in a bag that's somehow inspiring you to heal people better. So you're definitely dead next round, so let's focus on you.
As the fiend
Nice.
falls, a faint
Of course that
hope
means that
blossoms.
you've got nothing to do. So we'll attack that. I guess we could have attacked the corpse, but that way it should inspire you a little bit more, because you've got the killing blow on someone. I guess we have to go for the plague grenade here. Actually, I don't know if the incision can reach the 3rd row. I'm not sure it can. There we go. That's nice. So you're definitely dead next time. We could... Oh no, we can't go for a stun on you. We could go for the judgment, but I think I'm gonna go for the heal instead. Another hook where it hurts. Glad we went for the heal. You can't do anything, so we'll just remove one of these corpses. You'll die of blight, which means you won't leave a corpse, and then we'll be able to deal with him.
Death, unforeseen.
My incision can only affect the first 2, that's what I thought. So we'll just lay down some bleeds. And then, yeah, you're done for. Would have been nice if we could have got another heal, but ah well. Such is life. Now what is this? An altar dedicated to unholy abominations. Perhaps a great power lies within. Again, this is one of those circumstances where applying holy water to the unholy thing could turn out really well or really badly. Ah, it purifies the altar. Wonderful. We removed a quirk, satanophobia. That means you're obsessed with demons. So what are we doing? We're looking for quest items. Oh dear. No, don't. You're in. Really? Really, Reynolds? You went through 2 piles of corpses and got infected by disease twice. Oh good. This is fine. Okay, so you definitely can't be blighted, and you're very, very resistant to bleed, but there's not a lot else.
Decimated.
Okay. we still bled you. It's not necessarily going to be enough. I think we'll put the stun resist. Yeah, so much stun resist. So I think we just try and finish you off as well. Unfortunately, that blocks Rental, and he's the guy that does bonus damage against Unholy. So we'll move him forwards a bit. So we only have to worry about the ghoul, but the ghoul is a pretty bad thing to worry about. Okay, let's... So there's no... So you actually can be blighted. Good. Can't be bled though, so we'll focus on the Wicked Slice instead, which should do more damage. Ooh, if it hits. We'll keep trying to heal you, keep you nicely topped off. Topped off? Topped up. One of the two. Howl, that's going to be stress, isn't it? I don't know how you can dodge a Howl. Ooh, it's horror as well. So 3 stress per round for 2 rounds, 6 stress damage, and 9 for you. We do have 2 things of Laudanum that could mitigate this. On the one hand, it's only 6, I'm not really that worried. On the other, if we don't use it now, when will we use it? But no, I think we'll leave it. Either it will come in useful later, or we'll just pay at the Abbey or the Tavern to get rid of it. No, not that one, this one. There we go. Crit! Crits are really nice. Burn off some more of that stress. You keep healing, keep doing what you're doing. And you're definitely going to die on your next turn. But you're going to do 11 damage first, and more stress, and a stun. Interesting, so I actually want to prolong this battle now, because you're definitely going to die on your turn, and I want to get some healing on this guy before the battle is over. Well, it's worth a try.
Alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
So I guess we'll just feed you this food. We found a journal page. 1 of 6 for Darius the Highwayman. Day 1. Rarer travellers on the roads this autumn, and rather than starve, I pressed my last coin into the hand of one who dealt in rumours and shadows. Ravens carried cryptic notes that there was a person or persons who was pledging coin for services best left unmentioned in a hamlet I had never heard of. I am packing to leave immediately. Ah, Darius. We know that doesn't end particularly well for him. Now, here's the question. I want to take this with me. What do I get rid of? I think we get rid of the holy water, because the rest are probably going to prove useful.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
We are still going to camp at some point. This one's empty. This one's a curio. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to avoid this battle. I'm going to go down here. It's, you know what they say, discretion is the better part of valor, and cowardice is the better part of discretion, so we're going to valiantly avoid this battle. We might come back to it later, depending on how healthy we're feeling at the end. We're doing fine for now. Well, there's a battle here anyway. But it's entirely possible the quest item we wanted was down here as well, now that I think about it. So you don't... Well, it's unlikely that you'll bleed. It's much more likely that you'll bleed. But we could probably kill you right away if we're lucky. We're not lucky. So you're going to vomit. You're going to still pile on some heals. There we go. At least we stopped him doing his attack. Ouch. So that's stress. At least you resisted the stun, which is kind of nice. Start piling damage onto you. Yeah, we'll just keep damaging you as well. You're going to keep piling stress damage onto us, but that's okay for now. Yeah, actually you have quite low stun resist, so let's see if we can do something about that. You're all on high enough health that I don't feel the need to heal you imminently. And I'd rather start preventing that stress damage, whether by taking him out or by stunning him. Though now it's probably worth healing you again.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
see, 3 damage, so 6 damage. So let's heal yourself. So you'll essentially heal 8 damage from that, because you mitigate the bleeding and you get the 2 health. Pow! 10 damage against you. I love the little skull sort of just growing out of him. That's gross and horrible and I love it. Holy lightning from above.
No quarter.
We heal ourselves for 8 and a crit, which gives us some more sanity.
Remind yourself
less
that
stress.
overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I want to take the gold because the gold will stack nicely. The onyx I'd like to take as well, but will stack less nicely. Let's get rid of the anti-venom and take the gold. It's greedy, and it's probably wasteful that we brought it along and never used it. I think we can use the bandages to protect our hands while we search it. And there we go, that gold stacks there. And then we can use this extra food on you, and one on you. See, lovely, that worked out just fine.
The light, the promise of safety.
Oh, whoa! What is that? So that's a corpse eater, and this is a large corpse eater. Ugh. So very resistant to bleed and blight again, and fairly resistant to stuns as well, so this could be quite nasty. So I think we focus on the back line if we can. Except you can't. So we'll play grenade, which will only affect the cultist. But better than nothing. Let's take a shot at the cultist. Ah, drat. Munch. That lights you as well. Shame we just got rid of that anti-venom, huh? At least you're doing relatively good damage, so let's see if you can... It's light versus darkness. The battle to end all battles. So you will die of your own accord now if we leave you be. So I think... So I mean, you'll get a round, an action before you die, but I think that's fine. I think we accept that and we focus on this one. Let's see. This won't do 3 damage to you. So you attack them instead. 13 damage isn't really anything to be sniffed at, even if it resists the bleed. Tentacle Devour. Oh god, it's got a little alien mouth inside its mouth. So you're going to pull them, probably. Can you resist? No. Now that's awkward, but you are definitely going to die next turn, so fair enough. I would like to get a heal on, but none of the others can really get to this one.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Wow,
Monstrous
that was a good hit.
Has no intrinsic merit,
Split right down the middle.
unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Exordinate exsanguination. What a wonderful phrase.
This expedition at least promises success.
You can just eat both of these. And then... I mean, let's open the chest. We're unlikely to level all the way back for it.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
But now the question of what do we get rid of? We massively... So I was going to say we massively over-provisioned on food. That's not strictly true. Curio. Okay. So we may just have to leave these. But the whole reason we came here is to get the bloody... oh, what are they called? Heirlooms. Let's ditch the laudanum. Let's take the paintings. We're going to free up more space as we go on, because we'll get rid of the pickaxes and the firewood, and probably the food and torches. But it's very frustrating to have to leave these behind. Alright, so we could go around, but let's just go through this battle instead. There's no point doing this battle and these 2 obstacles for no reason. Okay, they're surprised, good. If we're lucky, we'll be able to take 1 or more of them down before they get to act. Let's do that. That's about as good as I could have hoped for. More damage than we'd otherwise get. You attack the back. Oh, crit, fantastic. And then you can do... So you're taking 1 damage. So if we use this, odds are it'll kill you and do some damage to you. Excellent. So we killed 2 of them, 1 of them still gets to act, but I'm pretty sure we can take him out before his next action. Unless his speed means he acts first. Let's do a party heal. And then there we go. Nice, that went pretty well. Once again, none of these stack.
Can be felled. They can be beaten.
So we'll just use the food straight away. There's no point carrying 26 food around. Wow. Have we really not used any of this food? We've just been picking it up from the ground. I really want to keep it. Oh well. See, we could use the bandages here on this, but then we'll only have 1 slot for... Nope, we'll ignore it. Definitely over-provisioned this time. So, I think what that means... So I provisioned assuming that it was going to be a very, very hard slog through it, and we are only part of the way through. But I think that means these guys are leveled and equipped enough to actually deal with veteran missions. I'm not going to say easily, but efficiently. Certainly, it's less immediately terrifying than before. So you can only attack these guys. I think we're definitely going to need to camp soon, just by dint of being too stressed rather than too injured. Look where it hurts. Ouch. Okay, maybe injured as well. Hopefully this, if there is a battle here, it won't be terrible. Oh, 14, that's not great. So we do that. Does that kill you? That does kill you. Let's get you topped up with health. More stress, you're very, very close to breaking now.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Well, I guess we just play grenade you, because that's all that we can realistically do. We'll do that again. Oh, they all dodged. Another hook where it hurts. Yeah. It might even be worth doubling back and camping here. You take more damage when you're walking backwards, but the door's right there. So given that we're probably going to do that, let's just try and get rid of you guys as fast as possible. There we go.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
There. And yeah, I think we double back and we camp right now. What's this? Man at arms only.
Victories mount, so too will resistance.
So no real point taking that with us because we don't have any man at arms. Let's ditch those, take these. And let's ditch the herbs as well and take these. So we're going to camp, which means we're going to use up some of this firewood. We're also going to feast
Circle in the dark
to recover health and remove stress.
Won.
Now, what we have to do is remove disease from one companion. We're going to make sure we remove the disease, both diseases, I think, from Reynolds. Black Plague and Rabies. He was walking around with the Black Death and Rabies because he was rummaging around in some wagons full of corpses. What an idiot. So the other thing we want to do is Zealous Vigil, and that's, yeah, yours helps us with mortality debuff, so yours will remove a small amount of stress. Not a huge amount, but enough. And the important thing is preventing that ambush. We're also going to remove stress on you. It would be nice to use some sort of combat buffs, but I think it's much more important that we try and prevent you from breaking. You could always get a virtue, but I doubt it. So let's see, what else can we do? Just the wound care. So let's use that on you. Did I wash this needle? Well, too late now. So let's go and rest. Plenty of blood left to shed this day.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And you're going to rummage through a pile of corpses again. Please don't get a disease. Okay, good. So there may be a battle in here, there may not. There is not. Ah, interesting. Oh, that probably means the whatchamacallit is here or here. So we can destroy this with the pickaxe, which frees up some more space for delicious, delicious treasure. And then we don't really need to go through this battle either. We'll just double back up here, and then go this way instead.
The match is struck.
So not only did we bring
blazing
far too much food, I
star
think
is
we brought far too
born.
many torches as well. So yeah, we've still got 12 food kicking around and we're almost done. I mean, we have been lucky with our scouts, our scouting rolls. We've managed to avoid a lot of fights, and we've also managed to sort of beeline straight for the quest objects. Oop, 100 gold.
If only treasure
Not a
could
lot of gold,
staunch the flow of
but certainly better than nothing.
otherworldly corruption.
Nothing in here, and then probably a battle and thing here. Ooh, a secret door. Oh, curio quest location. There it is. All right, let's go back this way. We'll pop into this secret room. Where are we going? Here. Do we have any keys? We do have a key. So this will give us...
Hacks laden with loot
Ah,
are often low on supplies.
Dismas's head. Dismas? Dismas's head. Dismas's head. That's very creepy. I almost want to give him his own head to hold. Let's ditch these torches. 25% damage, minus 10% maximum. Hey Dismas, don't lose your head. That's ridiculous. Okay, so there's the shrine. Let's smash that. And then we're technically done. Let's keep exploring a little bit. Is there anything over here? No. Well, there's a battle, and there might be treasure at the end of the battle. And we've got... yeah, let's push forwards. Let's do this battle, see if we get any treasure out of it. Okay. A large corpse eater and a hulking swine tor. So you bleed, but other than that, this could be quite tricky. Can we blight you? Not very well. I certainly can't blight you, so let's just stabby stab. Just try and take you out as quickly as possible. And then we'll focus all of our efforts on the swine tor, I think. So it looks like they have very, very low speed. There we go. So that's... you're taken care of straight away.
Perhaps the turning point.
Crunching backhand. Smack. So you resisted the stun, you only took a little bit of damage. You do bleed, right? You do. So I guess we're going to do the same on you. Okay, so not quite enough damage to take him out in one round, but we should almost certainly get it the next time. So you're trying to retreat. Unfortunately, there's nowhere for you to retreat to. So I think this thing does the most damage when it is at the back, and it does this charge forwards with this lance. So taking out the corpse eater straight away was actually really good for us.
Abatement.
And there we go, that bleed should finish you off.
Champion falls.
Good. Alright, we could keep wandering around and sort of poking all of these curios, but I think we get out while the going is good. So let's head back to town. A bunch of gold, a sun ring, nice. Extra damage if the torches. The 10% stress isn't great, but extra damage and accuracy is really nice. I mean, we tend to keep the torch well lit. All of this. Did we bring back? Yeah, we brought back like 12 food. Which, I mean, we sold off. 10,000 gold is really nice. The heirlooms are even nicer. You guys are close to leveling up. Let's see what you've got. Nymphomania, so you quite like being in the brothel. You've got the runs, which is less than good. Minus 20 dodge, minus 10%. Yeah, let's see if we can get that cured. Your diurnal? Minus 2 speed if torch is below 26. Okay, so if everything goes to plan, when we get back to town, we'll fix these guys, and then we'll take on one of the bosses with our well-rested and well-healed recruits. So join me next time for that. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Landric, you have been you, and I will see you next time.